Hello, everyone, and welcome to training on how to secure your smart contract. So, let's go through first these agendas. So, number one, follow standard development practices, implement proper access control. Third, minimize the attack surface. Fourth, thorough testing. Five, hire professional smart contract auditors. Sixth, implement fail-safe mechanisms. And seventh, stay updated on security research and development. So yeah, these are the agendas that we will be going through one by one in the following slides. So let's go. Let's start. So follow standard development practices. Use established libraries. Open Zeppelin is a library that we can use in these, and they provide secure and battle-tested smart contract templates. And they also have this contract wizard that you can use to start working on your smart contracts. So, clean code and modularity. Separate your logics into small functions to make it easier to understand. In this case, auditing will be much easier. Writing clean and readable code has always been standard practice in programming, which a lot of developers usually practice. So some of these are having your code a clear comments and using descriptive functions and variable names, avoiding uh, use of unnecessary variables, and consistent spacing and formatting for easier readability, and making sure that each line of code has its purpose, making it easier to debug. Version controls are tools used for tracking changes in your code and maintaining different versions. It is the most popular version control. It is an open source which you can install in your machine. Uh, GitHub, Bitbucket, and GitLab are services that users use to host their repositories online so they can collaborate with other developers remotely. Implement proper access control. So, user roles based restrictions. So, only owner or some other custom role based restrictions that you can implement can be used to prevent unauthorized access to your smart contract functions. So, in this case, by adding the only owner function, by adding the only owner to your function, it will make sure that only the contract owner can call this specific function, minimizing the attack surface. So one example here is using instead of an array, they use mapping. So mappings can be more efficient than arrays in most cases uh, for tracking balances uh, or token ownership. Mapping can save state space since mapping only store values for addresses that have non-zero balances compared to an array that stores values for every user. Another example here is using the correct data type. If your variable doesn't need to use the full uint 256, you can use data types such as uint 8, uint 16, or uint 32, as these data types allocate smaller memory storage in the blockchain. Limit calls on external contracts. So be cautious in calling functions from external contracts, as that might uh, contain malicious code that may introduce vulnerabilities in your smart contract. Uh, Make sure to audit and test the external contracts if it's really necessary for you to do external calls. In example, we have this external call from one of Chainlink's oracles, which gets the latest price of ETH to USD. Since we are using calls from Chainlink, we have high confidence that we are doing a safe external call. Thorough testing. Um, write unit tests such as unit testing and fuzz testing Make sure that it covers all possible scenarios. And tools like Truffle, Hard Hat, or Foundry can help you automate your testing. Aside from that, also conduct manual testing in testnets and see if there are any issues when simulating real world scenarios. Hire professional smart contract auditors. Have your smart contracts audited by professionals. They will review and check your code for vulnerabilities and issues. In this case, you can fix your code before you deploy it to production. This will also prevent attacks from happening. And you can also put your auditing results and certificates in your website to assure the users that your smart contract has been audited and verified by professionals. Implement fail-safe mechanisms. Pause functionality is like a circuit breaker for your smart contract. By implementing this feature, you have the ability to halt the smart contract in case of emergency. In case of failure, make sure that your contract fails gracefully and it does not lock funds, and it should also not be stuck in a vulnerable state. Stay updated on security research and development. Stay up to date to all bug fixes and security updates. Keep your smart contracts up to date with the latest security patches. Read articles regarding this kind of topics. Get involved in blockchain developer communities and participate in discussions around security improvements and new standards. Whether it's in Ethereum stack, Exchange, GitHub, Discord, or whatever communities, get involved. Vulnerabilities are constantly being discovered, and fixes are also being developed. Continue doing your security research. Know the different types of attacks. Understand how they happen. Once you know they are how they are implemented, you will get an idea on how you can prevent them. So thank you for listening, and yeah, I hope you learned something. Thank you.